Hi, hello once again, and you're welcome to another episode of I Mentor with Hackingzo Kenimele. And I've been away for a while, and while I've been away, I've had a lot of chats and mails and contacts from people. And while I've been away, it seemed like the issue many people try to raise has more to do with brands, how to develop their brands, how to create their brands, and how to cause their brand to do well out there. Okay, that's the reason why I'm making this episode to be the answer to pretty much all of those brand questions that have come to me, and so that I could create this as a resource for people to connect with. All right, today I'll be talking about the brand power strategy. I'd always like to note that these sessions are always knowledge sharing sessions. They're not full strategy sessions. So you need to consult with a mentor or a consultant or a coach or strategies to get more information, out there. And I could also help you with that. All right. There are 4 important stages of every brand. Every brand has a journey, and there is a way to start. Now, the important thing is whether you're an entrepreneur or you're already starting up a business, or your business is stuck, and you want to increase it, you want to get out of that plateau you're in. This brand power strategy is going to help you to know where you are, okay, at the moment, because that's very important, and where you need to be, and what you need to do to get to where you need to be. Basically, that's what strategy is. Okay. So this morning we'll be talking about the 4 brand power strategies, the 4 levels and the 4 stages. And this is how we get it started. The very, very first thing you need to understand, and the very first thing you need to know about brands is you need attention. Okay, because without attention, no one gets to know you even exist. Okay, so how you go about your attention strategy or your step for attention is very important, especially in the world that we are in right now, where there's a lot of red oceans out there. Everybody's doing something to push their brands out there. So what do you do to get noticed? Okay, and for every step of this strategy, there's always an action point, and that's the important thing about this session. It helps you to know the action point. That is the end, the goal of every step. Okay, so for attention, basically, attention is physical and mental focus. If you're in this digital age and major of your attention strategy is still on physical focus, you're missing it. Okay, and that's why you pretty much aren't in business. But if you take it on a mental focus, it does a lot better. Okay, and when it's a mental focus, it becomes difficult for people who already have the mental attention to get you off of their mind, and that's the interesting thing about mental focus. How do you get about mental focus? Yes, I understand there's a lot of psychology involved. Oftentimes neuro-linguistic programming, and some people who are very contentious go with some hypnosis. But the important thing you need to understand as an entrepreneur or someone who starts is you need attention. And how do you need attention? The very first thing I tell people who come to me for brand solutions is, okay, what is your demography? And I understand that there's some people who are in business and still don't know the demography. How do you work that out? It's important for you to know who you are doing business with. Why is that? Because when you're talking about attention, you must understand the language of your market. It is when you understand the language of your market, that is when your market is going to pay attention to you. So there's a lot of study you need to do about who your ideal customer is, and then you need to find out and create a language that emphasizes your brand. Okay, that gives you attention. But more in the mental focus, you could see me, and I could put you through a lot more, because mental focus is a whole lot deeper than physical focus. Okay, it's not just about visibility; it is mental visibility. And this podcast session is just not enough to get that all done with. So the first level of your brand power strategy is attention. You need to catch people's attention, and that has to do with how you communicate with people. But also remember that the mental focus is the end game here. The second level is, yes, I know people I'm on social media, I do all of that. Now you need to translate your attention into the next step. And the next step is attraction. Okay, attraction has more to do with allurement. Okay, and attraction is very simple. Attraction is when your audience, when your market reciprocates your attention with their attention. It means they give you attention. That means they focus on you, and they try to let you know that you're noticed. And pretty much, if you're on social media, one way to get this is through likes. It means people have seen it, okay, or comments, or sharings, or better still, people just message you about what your post is all about. So you must understand that for your attention, you must always make sure. Okay, I'm going to get back so that I don't get ahead of myself. Now, for attraction, it's all about allurement. Attraction has more to do with psychology also, because there are things that trigger a certain sense in people. More importantly, in the digital age that we have, if you really want to get a lot of attention, you must go emotional. Okay, what are the things that trigger people's emotion? Now, as a brand, you must understand that you must associate a certain emotion with your brand. Okay, or a certain mood. Is your brand associated with fulfillment, with happiness, with joy, with satisfaction? Whatever you want it to be, you must craft that into the message, because that is really what attracts your audience. So your brand must have a certain emotional twist to it, and that's where psychology comes into place. So when you have your attraction strategies done and you see people coming to you, oftentimes if attraction is all the place that you stop, people just come, they talk to you, but they don't do business with you, and that's the worst thing any entrepreneur is really going to wish for. Before I go into the next stage, attraction. What causes attraction also is excellence. Okay, when you're excellent in delivery, naturally it brings attraction. Okay, so excellence is something you can't just do without. Okay, I've mentioned attention and attraction. Now, the third step is it's action. Okay, better still, it's a call to action. And what this means is that in everything you do, whether it's attention seeking, whether it's attraction seeking, there must be a call to action. And what is a call to action? What do you want your customers to do for you? Or what do you want your customers to do with you? Or what do you want your customers to do through you? Okay, and this is the call to action. Do you want to make sales? Do you want them to patronize you? Do you want them to refer you? Whatever it is, it must be ingrained in all of these steps. That means in your attention, the message must be clear. In your attraction, your message must be clear that there is a call to action. That means that there is something you expect everyone who interacts with you to do. And that thing must be intertwined with the emotions involved, that, you're going to get satisfaction, you're going to get comfort, you're going to get this, you're going to get solutions, value delivery, whatever it is you're selling. It's important. I've seen a lot of people who have brands out there without a call to action. Like, what do you want people to do when they interact with your brand? A call to action is very important. So you must create a system that allows people to be reminded. Reminder is very important. To be reminded of the call to action. Is it to click a link? Is it to sign up for a course? Is it to listen to a podcast? Is it to buy something? Is it to say something? Or is it to do something? There is always a call to action, and you must be very, very clear with that. Okay, so it means your message must be clear. It shouldn't be misinterpreted. It shouldn't be misunderstood, or any other erroneous sentiments out there. All right, so we've talked about attention. We've talked about attraction. We've talked about action. And, sometimes this is where many entrepreneurs, they're happy with. As long as, yes, I make sales, people come, and all of that. But this is really not the end of it. Because if all you do is action, your call to action, you get to notice that you only make one-off sales. That means people who transact with you, they don't come again. So every time you make sales, it's always with fresh people. And yes, it's good. But if people who make sales from you don't keep coming back, then there is a problem. Okay, and this is what the fourth stage and the final stage covers for. It is allegiance. Okay, this is brand loyalty. This is the answer to the prayer of all the brands out there. They want brand loyalty. That means they want people to keep coming again and again and again and again. Okay, and there are ways to go about this. How do you go about this? It's important. All of the steps that I've mentioned so far are interconnected. What do I mean? There must be certain sense that creates the impulsion of loyalty. I mentioned excellence before, I mentioned communication, but here the catchphrase for allegiance is relationship. You must foster a relationship with your customers, with your audience. You must grow and be intentional about that relationship. And how do you go about this? Be as real as possible. Talk about their lives. Talk about their fears. Don't seem too perfect. Address their fears and bring solutions. Make them comfortable. Make them happy. Whatever your sales point is or your emotional aspect of your brand is, fulfill it to the letter. And always create suggestions that always tell them to come back. Things like, have a nice day. I'm going to see you next time. Hope to see you again. Hope you do business with us again. All of these things are messages, and messaging is very important. Okay, so for brand loyalty, you must fulfill the needs of the brand, of the people, be a solution to the problems, be excellent in delivery in every way, and foster a relationship with them. It has to be knowing the names, interacting with them, going tribal with them. Okay, that means whoever connects with you, you make it a point of duty to be personal with them. That means you message them personally, address them, call them by their names. All of these things are ways of establishing relationship with your customers. Yes, it may be difficult at first, but I tell you, no one gets brand loyalty without establishing a relationship. Okay, so it's very important. So people who respond to you via mail, people who give you a phone call and you tell them you're going to do something for them, when that thing is done, do you contact them to check how they're doing or how they loved it? They have people in their lives that they want to enjoy the same benefits. All of these things are what you must have in your brand. Okay, and basically, these are the 4 steps. This is the 4 stages of brand power strategy. Now, the important thing is for you to know where you are. Are you at the attention stage? Do you need to move to the attraction stage? Are you plateauing at the action stage, or you're already growing an institution out of your brand by creating brand loyalty? Now, this is something I want you to take away from here. I want you to know the level you are right now as a brand, as an entrepreneur, or with your product, and know the level you must go. Okay, and seek out, importantly, you can learn from your competitors also. What are your competitors doing? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to give you a task and I hope you get back to me on this. Now, take a major competitor of your brand and bring it side by side with your brand and see what is their attention strategy. What do they do to get attention? And what is yours? What is your attraction strategy? What do you do to allure your audience, your members, your clients, your market? And what is your competitor doing the same? Now, what is your call to action? What is the emotional need that you create? And what is the emotional need that you create or your competitor creates? You must know. What point of emotion sells more? What emotion appeals more to people? All of this you must know. And finally, brand loyalty. How much of your customers do you know? And the same thing goes for your competitors. And when you're able to do this, you see why your competitor is in business and why you're not, or the edge you have against your competitor. Now, the interesting thing is here, when you're able to compute all these 4 things, you can find out a disruptive strategy that shoots you up high above your competitors, and I can help you with that. All right, this is where I'm going to be ending on today's iMentor session with Archangel Kenny Omyole on brand power strategy. I believe the next time I'm going to hear from you, or the next time you're going to hear from you, you will be a better brand out there. So I'll say ciao and see you next time.